War, poverty, and thirst of knowledge. These weren't exactly the ingredients for a successful career in technology. But sometimes the most challenging circumstances spark the greatest transformations. This is my story of failure and success. My name is Dan Majkic, and I was born in Banja Luka, a beautiful town in Bosnia and Herzegovina. But my childhood wasn't all sunshine and roses. War had destroyed the country, and I lost my father when I was 17 years old. Money was scarce, electricity a luxury, and educational resources even harder to come by. It was a brutal time, and the constant fear of what tomorrow might bring was heavy weight on my shoulders. Despite the hardships, I yearned for a better future, a life where I could make a difference. Technology fascinated me, but traditional educational system felt like a dead end. Crammed classrooms and dusty textbooks offered no practical skills, just rote memorization. I craved knowledge, not theory, a way of learn by doing. But with no guidance and limited resources, I felt lost and frustrated. The pressure to provide for my family added another layer of stress. I desperately needed a job, any job, to help ease the burden on my mother. While my friends enjoyed their youth, I spent my nights glued to textbooks determined to carve a path out of poverty. The work-life balance was a constant challenge, but giving up wasn't an option. And one day, a ray of hope pierced through the darkness. I stumbled upon a book on the Scrum framework by Jeff Sutherland. Unlike the long, complicated books I struggled with before, this book pointed me to a short and easy-to-understand guide called the Scrum Guide. It was only 14 pages long. It was a revelation. This was the practical guide I would be desperately searching for, a roadmap to a world of technology, not a cryptic riddle. That book blew my mind. I was so hyped I couldn't fall asleep all night. And why? Because using the Scrum framework, I can accomplish twice the work in half the time, significantly increase my chances of landing a new job within 30 to 50% higher salary. For businesses, Scrum enables faster time to market, improved customer satisfaction, enhanced team productivity and collaboration. So I started learning Scrum everywhere I could. I looked for books, online courses, and even volunteer work, anything to learn Scrum as fast as possible. It was a relentless pursuit of knowledge and battle against the limitation imposed by my circumstances. Scrum wasn't something I picked up overnight, and technical hurdles often scratched my head. But with every challenge overcome, my understanding deepened, my confidence grew. The cure wasn't just knowledge, it was a paradigm shift. Scrum opened my eyes to global job market where skills, not location, were the key to success. I could work remotely from comfort of my home, contributing to the project across the world. The limitation of my war-torn country dissolved, replaced by boundless horizons of possibilities. The journey wasn't without its sacrifices. Years were spent learning and refining my skills, thousands of dollars invested in courses and resources. But the payoff outweighed the cost. As my experience got stronger, so did my desire to share it with others. People started seeking my guidance, and I found immense satisfaction empowering them on their own journeys. A sample suggestion from my college friend I helped plant a seed. So he said, "Why don't you build a course to package all this knowledge?" This was a pivotal moment. And finally, after a decade of learning and practicing, I challenged my experience into building a comprehensive educational program. This program, called Agile Project Management and Scrum Blueprint, wasn't just any course. It was a culmination of my struggles and triumphs. Designed to equip beginners with the missing pieces of Scrum knowledge I searched for so desperately. And fast forward 10 years. Thousands of students from around the world have gone through my program, and their success stories are testament to its impact. One such story comes from Oscar Espinoza, who said, "Hey, this program is unique, enjoyable, and spectacular." Oscar highlights the course clarity, practical approach, and abundance of resources, all elements that resonated deeply with me because they reflect the very things I craved as a young man yearning to break free from the limitation of my circumstances. My journey is a testament of the power of perseverance. It's a story of overcoming adversity, defying limitation, and ultimately building a life of my own terms. It's a story of transformation, not just for me, but the individuals I've had the privilege to empower on their own path to success. And so, the boy who yearned to escape poverty with technology now helps others do the same, one Scrum lesson at a time. Thank you for watching.